All right. So, welcome back, everyone. Welcome to episode two of the State of the Arts podcast. I guess we're calling it a podcast. Welcome to episode two of the State of the Arts podcast. I am Cedric Holloway, co founder of Arkive, and I am here today with.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's What Up Dree, Adriana, founder of Archive, and a co-host for our podcast. I keep putting it in quotations. Everyone's
Yeah,
like,
because I feel like
why
we,
are you
we,
doing that?
we don't want to call it a podcast because like everyone has a podcast, but at the end of the day, I think it is just a podcast.
It's a podcast, yeah.
It is, but anyway, we here. I have no Wi-Fi. We dug in it today. I'm on my hotspot on my phone. I'm making this work. So if the quality's a little bad on my end, I apologize. I'm just putting that out there, a little disclaimer to get this started. But yeah, so how you doing today, Dream?
I am doing good. I was gonna say my internet is working just fine, surprisingly. But yeah, that sucks. I
Lucky,
can't believe
lucky.
that you're going on like 2 days with no internet. I would have
Yeah,
probably ripped all my hair out by now. Like, I don't know how you're
yeah.
surviving at home.
One day, 1 hour at a time. It's been miserable. Was hoping the first night it went out, I went to bed early. I was like, all right, fine, it'll be better in the morning. It'll be fine. But yeah, like it's still out. It's 2 days now, so editing has been hell. Doing anything online, cannot do it. I've connected to my hotspot from time to time. That's got me through, but no Netflix, no Hulu, no nothing. So it's been a little rough, but we making it work.
That
We making
sucks.
it work.
Spectrum is tripping.
And it's crazy because Tiger lives not too far from me, and he said his internet too.
Oh, don't. I
It's
told you, don't move
just
around
like
too
a
much.
single thing. I still no internet, but we making it work.
We are trying, yes. This will be
Oh,
a fair
exactly.
attempt.
I almost yeah, I almost went to Fat Rabbit. Am I frozen?
You were, but I think you're good now.
Okay. I almost went to Fat Rabbit and like sat out there on their patio to use their Wi-Fi to do this and just be somewhere else, but we gonna see how this works.
All right. All right. Let's thug it out.
Yikes. We here. All right, so uh, there's been a lot of music dropping lately. there's been a there's been a lot of music dropping, new singles, a lot of new albums and stuff. And today I just wanted to ask, does anybody still really listen to albums anymore? Because it was very 1 week, 2 weeks, and then it was over with. So do albums really have that long shelf life like they used? I kind of don't feel like they do. I think it kind of depends on the music quality because there are some albums that I still like to go back to from time to time. But I mean, overall, I can't remember the last album that really had me in a chokehold where I was like, I have to listen to this album top to bottom over and over again. I'm trying to think right now. What was the last album for me? I think maybe a Vince Staples album. I think Ramona Part Broke My Heart. I think that was the last album that really had me in a chokehold. That was like 3, 4 years ago at this point, but I mean, like my even some artists that I enjoy, they drop new music, and I'm like, oh, this is a great album. I listen to it for a week or two, and then I'm on to the next thing. So
Yep. Yeah, I feel bad even saying this because I'm definitely one of those people. I would say that I digest music very quickly. I don't sit with it, you know what I mean? And I'm not this is probably terrible to say as someone that runs like a music platform. But you know, if I don't like it like the first one or two times, I'm not forcing it. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people where it's like, oh, well, I had to let it grow on me. If I don't like it, I don't like it. I'm not going back. I'm not trying to listen to it again. I'm also one of those people where, um, just because you have it in a certain order doesn't mean I'm listening to it in a certain order. And I feel bad because I know a lot of artists really think about that progression of song to song, and they really, really think it out. And they really plan the track list because it means something, or it hits harder in a certain order, or, something like that. But I am definitely one of those people where I'm either pushing shuffle and I'm just going through it, and whatever I like, I'm adding to my own playlist. I am not the type of person that's sitting there listening to an album front to back over and over again. The last album that had me in a chokehold was Dom Kennedy Yellow album. Okay, so that's how long it's been. Yeah, that's how long it's been for me to like really, 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 really love a project, to keep going back to it. Like I feel like that has some classics. Okay, but other than that, like I feel like chat said yikes. But I feel like, I am definitely one of those people where I grab what I like, add it to my own playlist, and that's it. I'm not listening thoroughly.
Yeah, I feel that.
Why did that take you so
Don
long?
Kennedy, the Yellow Album, classic. Platforms, by the way. What'd you say?
I don't. I think we might be losing you. Said you might have to get into the chat and write
Yeah.
to
Okay, can you hear
us.
me now?
I can hear you now.
Oh my goodness. Okay, okay, cool. So what I was saying was the Yellow Album is a classic album. I really love that album, and I'm sad it's not on streaming platforms. I think that's another conversation about older albums that did streaming. Because there's some classics on there. But I think kind of how. So before we started this, we were trying to find the videos, make sure we had everything in order, and we were talking about how we see snippets of music online, but like it's not a full video and this and that. I wonder if the content of music and how easily digestible it's becoming has an effect on our attention span when it comes to albums. Like you said, add to your own playlist. I have so many playlists for different vibes, different mood lists, and I'm not coming back to the album. I got my yeah. I'm cool on. I'm albums are very hit or miss for me, very hit or miss.
Yeah, and I also feel that I know, said we're hanging in there with you. But I also, right, like I do have like a short attention span. I'm probably not gonna sit there and listen to 20 songs. You know what I mean? Like I feel like, you know, I don't know. Maybe it's just not how it used to be, where all of the songs could feel like singles themselves. Now I feel like there's like a couple of bangers, and then the rest is just you trying to put together enough to make a project. Oh, you struggling, huh? Said.
All right, is this better?
I mean, kinda, sorta. You look a little clearer, but now you're stuck. Okay.
We don't do this. We don't do this.
Next thing you know, there's gonna be an episode 2.5. Every episode gets a point 0.5 where we just could not get our shit together.
Yes. No.
I mean, kinda. You're clearer, but the audio is just a little bit delayed. So I see you talking, and then I hear you.
There we go. Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you, but it's just like a couple of second delay.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna work though because I feel like this is the best we've gotten so far.
Okay, cool. I turn that off.
Okay.
All right, and we're here. All right.
Yes. All right.
All right. So we got adjusted a little bit, but that's what I got.
All right. I think we're good. I think we're good. Are we? I feel like as soon as I say we're good, we're not good. Am I jinxing us? Let me just stop saying anything.
Just for being live.
You said what?
Right? Hello? Can you hear me now?
Barely.
Oh my god.
All right, y'all. I'll be hosting today's episode by myself. I'll be asking the questions and answering the questions. Really gonna rely on chat to keep this conversation going. Chat, tell me what is the last album that y'all listened to from start to finish, okay? Tell me in the chat which one. Or which one that y'all can go back to and listen to it again to this day and still love it the same. Are there any albums that are like that for y'all? Because I'm trying to think, and Beyonce, which one? The latest one? Some Cowboy Carter?
Someone said Beyonce's the album for them.
Yeah, someone said Beyonce.
Okay, well, this is what we got. I'm gonna make this work.
Okay.
But I mean, I guess it depends on what you're into and how much of the music on the album you think is good. I do feel like albums have like one or two good songs on it, and then after that, it's kind of like B sides. It feels like.
Right. I agree. I agree. So that's why I feel like I just go through, pick my faves, and then that's it. But I also just feel like there's just always so much music. You know what I mean? So as soon as someone drops something, there's something else that you're supposed to listen to. And I just feel like it's honestly, it's hard to keep up. It's hard to sit with things just because there is so much.
Yeah, I agree. Because like this summer has been crazy with people dropping albums. There's been so many new projects every week. It feels like at this point. I know Travis Scott dropped the Cactus Jack album. I think I listened to one song on there. I haven't even had time to sit down and listen to a full album. Same for the Clips album. Like I heard a couple songs on it, the ones that everyone plays, but like I haven't listened to the whole album. So like I mean, it's just finding the time to sit down and listen to an entire project is it's hard to do. It's definitely
It,
hard to do.
it is. I agree with that.
I think I'm not even gonna lie. Like even the GNX album that Kendrick dropped, that was like only a couple songs on it that I heard because that's what everyone was playing. But I don't
I'll
know.
be honest, I
I
haven't listened to it either. I just heard the songs that have, been everywhere.
Yeah, and I think that's another thing because we get most of our music from either social media and it's just one clip. And that's the other thing. Like I'll go on social media and I'll hear one song from an artist and I'll love it, and I'll go like listen to their album and I will not like anything else from them.
Okay,
It's
that
like
is
they have,
the saddest thing ever to experience. You hear one song and you love it to death, and then you go to the rest of their discography and it's it's just not the same. It's like what happened here? Like was this a fluke? That's happened to me on several occasions and I've been really 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 saddened by that.
yeah, that happens far too often though because it's like everything is content, everything's for social media, and it's like music artists have to be content creators now. So I mean, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, no, just making sure, just making sure. But no, I feel like artists have to be like content creators now, and they can't focus wholly on just making the music. Like they have to do everything else that comes with it. And I know, like for us, I was just thinking about that earlier today. It was like, damn, I feel like I'm a content creator now versus just like a videographer, someone who wants to make cool videos. But to be noticed in this social media era, like you have to be the content creator and doing everything else, and maybe you get like one song that pops. Maybe that's why we have so many artists who have such short lifespans, like Ice Spice. Ice Spice came with one song, blew up, and kind of just vanished.
Has she
So I
vanished
wonder if that
though?
has to do with it. What'd you say?
Has she vanished?
I mean, like what? She's Taylor Swift's best friend now, but that's like all she's known for. Like
I don't think
she
so.
came and went pretty quickly. You don't think she vanished? I feel like Ice Spice fell off kind of hard. I'm not
Well,
gonna lie.
okay, she definitely does not put on music. She's definitely not doing shows like she used to. But I see that, okay, maybe it's because I watch a lot of YouTube and I don't have YouTube Premium, so I see ads all the time. But I see her in that damn Kate Spade ad all the fucking time. I see, I see Ice Spice a lot. So I can't
Oh,
say that
wow.
she disappeared. But she's definitely not as hot. Not, I wouldn't say hot as in her looks, but hot as in like everywhere she is. But I honestly, I feel like it goes back to her looks because she lost weight. People talk so much shit about her once she slimmed down and no one liked her anymore. But that's also because she was known for twerking and being thick. So when you're known for that type of thing and then you don't have that no more, everyone loses interest. They talk, you know what I mean? They called her sick. They said that her head is fucking huge. You know what I mean? So, like, I just feel like it's very hard to be an artist because you can't win. I feel like you can't win.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like a lot of artists get in to get out. So like you said, she's famous now for like commercials and doing this and that, and then Rihanna spinning off from music into fashion and Fenty and stuff like that. I think the shelf life of an artist or lifespan of an artist or musician is not long as it used to be. Like you're here, you
Yeah.
have a hot 2 summers, and you're out of here.
Yeah, but Rihanna is a different story. People are still
Well,
asking
I
her
know she
about
is.
another. But yeah,
I
as
don't
an
think she'll ever
artist,
drop
like
it though. I don't think she'll ever
she'll
drop it. I think
never.
Rihanna's
No,
done
I don't
making
think so.
music. She's done
I
making
don't think
music.
so.
She's over it.
That's funny. But I feel like if your come up was social media, then yes. It's almost impossible to keep your wave when you are hot from a real song. They now they call you a TikTok artist. They don't even look at the other
Yeah.
music that you've made or even look at how long you've been making music. They think it was an overnight success type thing. Like, oh, you put this song out, it went viral, now you're famous. You're an industry plant type shit. You know what I mean? Like that. Then you get into that. But I just feel like it's very hard for artists, you know, having a viral song because that's all people know you as. And even that,
Yeah.
even what was that? The singing guy. I'm so bad with remembering names, but that one guy who made that one song. And like it really blew up on TikTok, but he had like a performance and everyone knew the words to that song and nothing else. And like he like was physically annoyed. You know what I mean? Like you could see the
Oh,
annoyance on
Steve
his
Lacy.
face.
Steve
Steve
Lacy.
Lacy,
Steve Lacy.
thank you. Yes, yes.
Oh,
He was like actually annoyed by it. So I
uh-huh.
think it's rough, especially because Steve Lacy, like I heard about him way before that song got popular. So so when people just know him off that one song, that's crazy to me.
Yeah. And I think it depends on how you capitalize on that moment too. Because like Isaiah Falls, he had the Florida Baby. That song was everywhere. And I saw him perform at a show in Tampa, down in Ybor, and that was the only song that people knew. He performed like 5 songs, and nobody knew a single other song by him. But when that song came on, everybody went crazy. Obviously, that was his closing song, but it was like, okay, but
Right.
where do you go from here? And then he followed that up with a crazy album and more songs and more songs. So I wonder, I wonder like how, like what artist has to do to like capitalize off that viral moment to take that next step and be like, okay, this is a real artist and not just a TikTok artist.
I I don't know. I don't know how you get to that next step. Obviously, I just feel like your work has to be better. You can't follow up a hit with something subpar. I feel like that is the
Mhm.
easiest way for people to be like, "Oh yeah, he's a one-hit wonder." You know what I mean? Like I feel like that's
Yeah.
the easiest way. So like whatever you start with, you need to have something that follows that up that's an even better banger, even catchier. You know what I mean? You gotta follow it up with something better, because as soon as you drop something that, people are like, oh, what is this? It's done. I feel like it's a it's a wrap. It's hard to bring the attention back to you when when you take that route. I feel like.
Yeah, I know we talked about him a lot already, but I feel like Miguel is there right now. He's got this song Goals going crazy, but what does he do next? Like, does he have a project to follow this up, an EP, maybe something like that? But whatever comes next from Miguel has to be even more fire than Gold is. And I feel like that's a difficult task sometimes, because sometimes like you just make that song and that's the one, and that's something that Bryson Tiller struggled with when he did Don't. Like he was just making music and Don't just popped off, and he was like, how do I ever top this song? Like I think I made my best song too early in my career.
Oh no.
Like what do I do? Like I hope, like that's got to be so scary as an artist. Like your best song being so early, like you don't have the time to build up a fan base and build up other things before you pop and just go viral. You have nothing to stand on at that point. So it's difficult.
Yeah, but I also feel like if you are an artist and your first song that went viral or, was a major hit, why are you already feeling like that's your biggest, like that's the best you can do? That's a terrible way to think as an artist. Like,
For
come
the
on.
same reason we just talked about, like it's so hard to follow that up, and now you're like, okay, whatever I put out, this one got 10 million views. Whatever else I put up from this point has to hit this number, or it's a failure. Like that's why it's just like, okay, now you put out the next one, and now it does 2 million views. Oh, I fell off. Now everyone's like, okay, we don't want to hear from you. Like it's not as hot as the first thing you did.
I feel like as like an artist, you got to not be so hard on yourself, okay? But I don't know I don't know how to do that as an artist either. So while I do agree that once you have something great, it's definitely, and I can understand the pressure to follow up with something even better. But like even if it doesn't hit the same, don't think that what you've already put out is the greatest shit that you'll ever do. You know what I mean? Like I feel
Yeah.
like that's a terrible way to think about your craft, especially if it's something that you plan on doing for the rest of your life. Like damn, he's just getting started. Did we
Yeah, I think it's hard because I feel like when you're making it, you may not know. Like you may not know that's the one. You just made the song, you just want to put it out, and then boom, it happens. You're like, oh shit, I wasn't ready for this. Like I didn't have a crazy rollout. Someone just did a TikTok dance, and now we're out of here.
you better keep dancing then.
I, it's hard. It's definitely hard because
You better
there's
keep
been a lot of
dancing.
artists who get those viral dances, and the next song just nobody's dancing to it. So
Honestly though,
I
like
don't know how to.
I feel like it depends on how much effort went into the song, okay? I feel like yes, Miguel can follow
Mm-mm.
up with Gold. Isaiah's obviously following up Florida Baby. He's doing his tour. But when you are an artist, like I don't even know her name. I feel bad. I don't know her name, but she was a fairy. Yep, yep. Like what are you do like clearly you weren't in this for the long run, right? Like there's no way that you actually wanted to be a serious music artist, correct? You know what I mean? So I feel like when it comes to like certain things like that, you got to know that your end is coming soon.
Yeah, and I mean, you do have those artists who are just in it to hit a quick lick, to make a get one viral hit, capitalize off it as much as they can, and get out. But that's the thing. Like, do you want to be a real artist? Do you really care about your art, or do you just want to be viral? And it's a tough decision for a lot of people.
Yes. Honestly, that reminds me of something that Blunt Blesser said in our interview yesterday. She said, just because you make art does not mean you should call yourself an artist, okay? There are
Yep.
trials and tribulations that come with being an artist, and people are not ready to suffer through those. People just want a quick buck, people just want fame, etc., etc. And I agree with her 100%. So make sure y'all go check that out. Plug.
Yeah, definitely make sure you check that out. But yeah, I mean, it's difficult. It's difficult. Kind of brings me to our next topic, where it's just like that fear of falling off, like we mentioned. Like once you make that song, how do you how do you follow that up? Because I think that it's I keep coming back to Miguel, but I think he has the potential to do something really special. He's making a moment right now, and now it's like all eyes are on you. What do you do with this moment? And I think this could either go really good or really bad for him. Not
Jesus.
necessarily like he's gonna just be like gone into oblivion, but I mean, like it's a lot of eyes. When you build that momentum up, the next one's got to be the one, because we've seen a lot of artists come and like build the hype around them, build the buzz, and then it's time for them to drop a project or drop some real music, and it does not live up to the hype, and they kind of just
I think I lost you for a second.
um, yeah. I was just saying, you got, am I here? Can you hear me?
Yep.
And I think it's all about how you capitalize on it. And there's been a lot of artists who build that hype up and just don't deliver.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, when it's time for them to deliver the hype, or they just disappear after a big hit and they kind of lose their momentum. There's a artist in the city who had an album that was supposed to be coming out for a while, and it kind of got delayed, and then they kind of lost the hype and the attention that was around it. And then the album finally comes out, and it's kind of quiet. It's like, why? What happened here? So it's very unfortunate, because very talented artists that this can happen to, but you got to strike while the iron's hot, or else it's not going to be the same.
Yeah, for sure. Especially when you are in a small town of artists where everyone's trying to make it. If you're not already an established artist and you disappear for a while, people are going to forget you. It's very easy to forget. The only way that's you can make a comeback is if you're already someone's favorite artist. They're expecting you. They're looking for you. And I feel like that's not the case when you're in a small city with everyone else also trying to make it out. So I do feel like it is rough. I feel like it's very hard to make it as an artist. There are a lot of things that you need to make sure that you do, and like just stay in the forefront. And again, like you said, it really sucks, but you have to be an influencer now. Like, if you can't make music without being an influencer if you want people to hear it. So that really, it's definitely rough as an artist. So I feel for y'all, but y'all got to learn from everyone else. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many other artists that we
Yeah.
could say have done the same thing. Don't do that. Learn from their mistakes. You saw what happened to them. You saw that they were popping, they were on festivals, and then they just literally have it just died out. Like, their one sort of shot to make it to the big league, so to speak, it feels like it has come and gone. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's definitely, you got to take the opportunities or make the opportunities while you are able to, because as soon as they're gone, it's hard to, I feel like it's harder to reel people back in. I feel like it's a lot easier for people to be excited about something new, something fresh. But once they've seen you and, they forget about you, I feel like it's even harder to come back to the forefront. You know what I mean? So you gotta try to stay consistent. Do something. You can't disappear. And if you are gonna disappear, come hard with the rollout. You can't just pop back on the scene and be like, oh yeah, I'm dropping a project in 2 weeks, even though I've been talking about it for 6 months. Like, you have to come with some visuals. You need to cut a pre-streaming part, like something. You're gonna have to do more than just, hey, look out on such and such date, I'm dropping the project. You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna have to build up the hype.
Yeah, social media gets flooded quickly, so you can even announce your date, and by the end of the day, people forgot that you even got anything going on that day. So it can get people just get flooded with so much content everywhere, and it's not just music content that they get flooded with. There's a whole bunch of everything else on the internet that you got to compete with as an artist to get your voice heard. So I mean, it's difficult, but you definitely got to be consistent. You've got to be putting stuff out. There's one artist on Twitter right now who's trying to finalize his album, but he's like, all right, I'm gonna go remix songs right now and just drop these videos from my bedroom and remixing these songs just to keep my name out there, just to keep it warm before my album comes out. Gats right now, Gats is doing this like thing where he talks about these albums that he's been going through and looking at and how it's impacted him creation of his new project and making this little mini series about it and just making content and being relevant. I really respect that from him because Got's been doing this for a while and he's still switching it up, still trying new things, still trying to come
Right.
from a different angle when it comes to promoting this album. So, yeah, you just got to get creative. You just got to stay in the forefront of people's minds because people will forget about you very quickly. And that kind of brings me to the next topic of who was an artist in Tampa that you felt deserved more and should have made it bigger than they actually did,
Okay, so is
or who
this
you thought had a lot of potential and it didn't?
so are we talking about artists that are currently still trying to make it, or artists that have pivoted and have completely done something else with their lives now?
However you interpret it.
Okay, well, I was thinking about this earlier when you sent over the questions, and honestly, I can name a few off the top of my head, and I feel like Jake Camp would probably agree with me. But everyone from local music, okay, so Crown Marquise, Amin Spade, Mari So Dope, like I really feel like local music back in the day was like some next level shit. You know what I mean? Because everyone had like a different sound. Everyone sounded great together. Then you had Gallardo on like the visuals pushing everything out. So I definitely was hoping that, they would do a lot more music wise. So them obviously, I expected, no offense to Gats, but I expected him to be a lot bigger than he is. I know he's still working at it, so I'm gonna say that it's not over for him yet. Okay, there's still opportunities for him. I would also say even like some of the old Blue Zone or West Egg. Well, Gats was part of that too, so I guess we could say that. But even Hometown Scott A, like I thought they were great artists as well. Even Sonny Fritz, I feel like Sonny is still going hard, obviously, but I feel like with how talented he is, he should be way bigger. I definitely feel like he could be, like Suicide Boys big. You know what I mean? I don't want to like lump him into that like category, whatever. But I definitely feel like he could have been a lot bigger, should be a lot bigger. And I think those are like some of the main ones that come to the top of my head. I feel like Big Baby obviously had a very, very good run. I thought he would be like super, super famous though. But I know I think he's still trying to I think he's making a comeback. I think. Don't hold me to that. But I feel like he was really good. He was super
Hope he
poppin'.
is.
Me too. So I think those I would say are like did I name five or seven? Whatever. I named quite a few, but I think those are the
You named a
ones.
lot.
Okay, I think those are the ones that like really are like at the top of my head. Even like going back to like some of the obscure rappers like Alex Black, like I'm not sure if you remember him, but his shit was I
Mhm.
loved all his music and his videos. So Alex Black and yeah, everyone else. There's Wi-Fi Funeral. He was big for a while, but like I think we talked about him where he got into some things. And I feel like that was another thing. There were so many poppin' artists, but they got caught up in having money and not necessarily knowing what to do with it or how to handle it. And I really feel like some of those people kind of fell off because of that. So that sucks.
Yeah. 12 was one of the ones for me because 12 back in the day was on fire. You couldn't tell me 12 wasn't going to be the most famous thing in the world when he was coming up with Denzel Curry and all them boys, and
Yeah.
then you also had, but then that's the thing. So it's like there's an underground too, because like Rob Banks, like I definitely thought Rob Banks was going to be bigger. I know he's still an underground legend, still an underground king, but I just definitely thought Rob Banks would definitely be bigger than he was. And then Fred Tillman, Blue Zone. Oddball. When he dropped that Oddball song, I was like, this guy is out of here for sure. This is crazy. And like you said, West Egg is definitely in there. What West Egg was building back in the day, man. I feel like I'm just telling myself how old I am, bringing back all this stuff. But
I know.
there's been
Same.
there's been a lot of people in the city, a lot of artists. Like you said, Scott A. I know he's still cooking up stuff. He likes to disappear for long periods of time, but I feel like he's another one who's super talented, and it just hasn't seemed to come together for him yet. Like you said, I haven't given up on him or anything like that because I do believe he's extremely talented, and if put in the right place in the right scenario, he'll definitely go. But how do you feel about artists like Tom G, who were just like local legends but never really broke into like the mainstream of music? Like, do you think? I think it's a cool spot for him. I'm not gonna lie. Like, he is Tampa royalty. Tom G will forever be a goat. Like, you cannot say anything bad about Tom G in Tampa. But I feel like he definitely should have been bigger than what he was. Like, he had the style, he had the swag, he had everything, he had the music, the bops. I don't know if it was too regional, like if he just made too much Tampa music, too much junk
I
music.
think that's
But
exactly what it is. I really think that that's what it is.
yeah, I think so too. And it's sad though, because Tom G got some slaps, man. Tom G, classic records.
Yes,
The
but they're
soundtracks are
like
you.
they are like club classics, okay? Like there's not much you can really do with those.
There's clubs everywhere though.
Well, who knows? He could be being played in clubs in Georgia and Texas. I don't know. I've never been there. But I do know that in order to make it out of the clubs, I feel like maybe, well, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know um, Tom G's history. I only know, you know what I mean? Like, I only know a couple of things, okay? So I don't necessarily know what all he has done. But I do feel like when you
He's
do
done some
have
major
that,
collabs.
has he?
He has. He's had some major collabs, and he's gotten on some pretty big records. But it was a good look for him, but it just never amounted to him going like super duper star status.
Okay.
Hold on, what chat say? What Jet said? What Jet
Yeah,
said?
it was what chat
I
talk
think Tom G
about.
had a chance to sign back in the day, but he said nah, he didn't want to go mainstream.
Oh, okay.
So
Well,
he
then that was his
said he didn't
choice.
want to go mainstream. I think it's dope, like to have that kind of thing, but I guess it depends on what every artist wants out of it, right? Like if
Right.
you just want to be the king of your region, king of your city, then go for it. Versus going global, people who move to LA, like I gotta make it, I gotta get out of Tampa. So it's very interesting to see that dynamic because I feel like if I was an artist and I ended up being like in Tom G's position where I'm just like the king of Tampa, like forever, like I'm cool with that. I'm not gonna lie, like I'm that's solid. That's a solid place to be in.
That's funny.
I don't think I need to go like overseas. I don't need to do all the crazy shows in Russia and everything else like that. But if I'm just king of my city, I can go anywhere for free. Like everybody knows my face card. Like I'm just him. I'm cool with that. I'm super cool with that career. That's fire.
Well, then shit, Tom G living it up.
I think so too, man. And that's what's so funny when you ask like artists, what does success look like to you? Like that could be success to him. You know what I mean? Like that could have been like I did the thing. I did it. And other artists like I need to travel the world and go on European tours and everything.
Right.
So, I mean, I guess it depends why you got into it, but I think Tom G, his position, that's golden. That's absolutely golden. With some other artists, like you said, Sonny Fritz for sure.
You know
Um,
what? You know who else I thought was going to like blow up? Deezy.
Easy Wee the Reaper.
Yes, that was it. What I think it was like a
Mm.
project that was exclusively produced by Bo, and those were all bangers. And I thought for
Mm.
sure that he was going to be next up. But I do know that he does have new music that he's working on because I did see him perform at Locks in St. Pete, I want to say like a couple months ago, and he said he was performing some new shit. So, um,
Okay, okay.
I love naming these artists, but knowing that they haven't given up yet. So there's still a chance. We're
Yeah,
gonna look back at this interview when someone that we named fucking is a global superstar. Um,
right.
but
They
yeah, so
deserve
I
more. They
they
deserve
do
more.
they do.
And that's for me because I just reminded me of Hayes Allah and Mason Monroe from back in the Chiefers days, man. Mason was a wild boy, but he definitely was very talented when it came to making music. Like the melodies he would find on beats and everything else. Like Mason, he deserved more. If he could have put it together and everything else, I think he's still dropping music here and there, but there's a couple songs. I forgot the name of his project he dropped. But there's still a couple songs every now and then I go back to listen to. And then Hayes Allah had the last good Chief album. Man, there's so many songs on there that I love. And I know he's gotten to like a management position, like kind of chilling in the background, helping other artists. Now he's shooting videos too and everything, but there's been a lot of dope talent in Tampa that kind of just didn't get the love they deserved.
Okay, so I'm sorry to cut you off, but there was literally a mosquito flying around, and I just caught him out of the air. Okay, so I want y'all to put some respect on my name.
Okay, I'm proud of you. That's fire. That's fire. Ninja Tree over here. I like it. I like it. Jet said Hayes got some new stuff dropping, so I respect that. I respect that. Yeah, Hayes is super fire. And yeah, man. Yeah, there's just so much dope artists in Tampa. I feel like Tampa just in general doesn't get the shine it deserves. That's where we come in, and that's what we do. But I mean, just trying. There's so many artists in Tampa I don't know. Like
Right.
I'll see the We Are Florida podcast, and a new artist from Tampa pops up, and I'm like, I've never heard of this artist before. And that's also a thing because I'll see an artist multiple times before I ever hear a single song from them. Like I'll see them on social media talking, here talking, doing this, but I've never heard a song from you. Like I still don't know what your music sounds. So I think that's also a weird dynamic with social media nowadays. But maybe we gotta dig for it. If y'all got any suggestions, Jet Camp, I know you got your playlist where you help artists shine and stuff like that. But if y'all got any music that y'all know that's fire that we're missing out on or sleeping on right now in Tampa, please send that to us because we definitely want to tap in with more Tampa artists. But there's just so many, and it's hard to find them all for sure.
It's definitely hard to find them all, and I feel like they're all in like different little groups. You know what I mean? I feel like they are segmented by genre. So I feel like what we are exposed to now isn't always. I feel like we're not necessarily exposed to like the rap. There are a lot of people that we don't know in that scene. I feel like we're not really exposed to a lot of rock bands either. I know there's some jazz. I know there's some jazz musicians out here. We don't know none of them either. I just feel like we just know what we see, and we just need to try to expand a little more. I'm not sure. You know who is always bringing in artists that I've never heard of? Broken Mold. So every time they have like a rock the park, it's someone that I've never heard of. Obviously they've had Mila and like things like that before, Dia
They
Blue and
are.
like things like that, but like I feel like every show I'm like, who is this? I've never heard of them. You know what I mean? So I just feel like there are tons of artists, but it takes a lot of work to also try to find them, you know what I mean? Because they're not on our page, they're
Yeah.
not popping up on our feed. And Instagram's algorithm kind of sucks. I am recommended some shit that has absolutely nothing to do with music or art. You know what I mean? Like, show me some local musicians. So show me some local artists, not what Diddy's up to. Okay, I don't care. I don't care about that.
Yeah.
So I also blame Instagram. Instagram sucks for music discovery.
Yeah, and that's not just Instagram. That's just about everywhere because it's all about keeping people on the platform. They don't want you to leave the platform and go listen to somebody's music. They want you to stay right there, like a video, go to the next video, go to the next video. And it's a trap. It's a trap. They keep you on there, and they'll just tell you a bunch of bullshit. Now you're watching somebody eat some food, and it's just like, what is happening right now? But the algorithm's a tough game, man. But there's a lot of
Yeah.
artists out there who just are not breaking through into the algorithm, especially in the city. So, like I said, man, if y'all know any dope Tampa artists we are sleeping on and have not, please feel free to send that to us.
Yes, please.
Check out new artists.
Are you gonna be able
Boom,
to share
boom.
some
Okay.
music? I'm worried for our
So
videos.
now we about. Oh, I can send them to you if it doesn't work out, but we gonna try. We gonna see.
Okay.
I got enemies. Got a lot of enemies. All right, so I'm gonna start with this collective called What More, called East Side with My Dogs, and I came across it a couple of days ago, and I just love the energy of it.
Flip the script, come hand the torch. I bet this sound y'all never heard. Bump the shit from coast to coast. We met before, I can't recall. I feel like fucking, baby. Show me how you get reverse. Fixing on your body, and she begging me to get her worse. Been around the block, my brothers hit me on a separate line. They know my face in different countries. Parlo Italiano. Sip it on the rocks. I take my time when I got family by. Reaching for the message with my dogs. We some righty guys.
Now you know what I'm on. Everything turning go. When I put my hands on, getting green like God. Top down down the interstate, not too good to be modest. What a driven down the faucet. City knows that I got. City knows that I'm. Gotta study my posh. You know my body is sturdy, and I'll show you the doors on the way out.
All the sound feeling where you moving with the lights low. I'm seeing demons, y'all can't put me in no box, no. Lane switching, if I fall, I got my shit. All these dudes just wanna be me, come see. On the east side, with the rebels, all my dogs down south and then scared up the level to my left side. Get around and think I shit all on my mind. Don't rock them like I'm Scotty.
That is What Not East Side with My Dogs. And there's another video on the What More channel. A kind of a new group. Like they don't have much on their YouTube. Like literally the first post is 2 months ago, and their last was like 13 days ago, 6 days ago, and they just been releasing random stuff. But there's one video on here called Yoshi 2.0. And low key, I think they might be industry plants though. Oh man, see, I don't know, I don't know. They just can't. They popped out of nowhere, and it's kind of fire. I'm not gonna lie, I'm fucking with it.
That's
So
funny. So
we shall
where'd you
see.
find them at? Something
I'm found
randomly
them on
suggested to you?
YouTube.
Oh, found them
Found
on
them on
YouTube.
YouTube. Yeah, I'm found them in the YouTube algorithm. YouTube suggested them to me. So, but yeah, like
Okay.
I like the energy. I like the collectiveness of it. I two things obviously is one, are they an industry plant, or are they gonna survive as a collective? Because like most collectives just fall apart with drama and everything else. When you had oh my God, what's the other collective? God, I'm completely blanking on it. They had the song. Never mind. They had a guy who was a creep, a weirdo in it, and they got rid of him and kicked him out. But
Oh,
Brockhampton, Brockhampton was a fire collective. Like they had a whole bunch of fire stuff, and they just kind of everybody just fell out with each other, and it was
dang.
really bad. So
That's rough.
I don't know. Collectives are tricky when you got too many people and too many different ideas, too many different agendas. It may not work out all the time. So I hope they keep this stuff together because fire music, and like what I heard so far, maybe an industry plant, may not be, but we shall see.
Guess we'll find out. Next thing you know, they've
I
got a
guess we will
Grammy.
find out, right? And I'll be like, damn, I put them on. That's crazy.
That's funny.
Um, So the next slowdown video I got for
Do
y'all
not get
is
slowed down.
I got the Sunny Fritz. I'm assuming it's Paolo.
Yes,
Is
I
it
believe so.
Palo?
Yes.
Paolo?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. The second one.
All right. Do
I
you
mean
want
the
to introduce
first
this
one.
one?
Sure. So this is a song by Sunny Fritz, who I mentioned earlier as someone that should be bigger than they are. So everyone make sure y'all go check out this video. Um yeah, play that shit. I mean,
I haven't heard this. I'm
we'll
excited.
see it in clips.
Hey, yeah, we'll put in the clip.
We on go, bruh just say he go to head, we up the score, it's on the floor. Fuck a deuce, say fuck a four, I pull a pint, gon' call up low. Keep a pipe, but love knife, this shit on sight, gon' slit his throat. TTG been trained to go, that's on the T, that's on the pros. Feel like whoa, feel like Jesus with this snow. Bumpin' Gucci, kick it dough, I need it all, lay on the floor. Fuck it safe, I need it. So inside my hand is life I hold. Doing voodoo, dropping juju, my ego hungry for more. Siete rayos, cuatro patas, tres gallos, sunny tu palo. This smoking what you want and get your name stuffed in the bottle. Draw the sigil, turn the vigil, get you missing by tomorrow. Victor visions too old room for that pistol I chose to borrow. 100 bands wrapped in rubber bands. 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 100 bands wrapped in rubber bands.
That's super fire. I enjoyed that. Did you see it? Any of it? Was it there to
Yeah,
play?
we saw some of it. We saw and heard some of it. But yeah,
Okay,
I
okay,
think it's
okay.
pretty funny because like honestly, when I first started Mew and Sunny was on the scene, I'm not sure if you remember actually at first when I stepped on the scene, he did not have dreads. He had like curly black hair or whatever. And then he had dreads, and now he's bald. But I don't know, that had no
The
relevance in what I'm
evolution.
trying to say. But when I first heard his music, like I don't know if it was like the voices or whatever, but I'm like, this dude is kind of scary. He's kind of scary. But
Yeah,
obviously I
my
know him now. He's a little less intimidating, but still.
see, my first Sunny Fritz experience was Honey Bourbon. So I
Okay.
was like, this dude's kind of cool. Like that was my first suggestion to Sunny Fritz. So I
Okay.
did not get that same vibe.
That's funny. Yeah, paired with Ari Kai's sultry vocals. Like, of course, that's not the vibe that
Yeah,
you got. That's so funny.
yeah. So I think that's pretty good. But I like that song a lot though. I heard the home team drop in there. Is he home team? Is that a thing? Is
I
he home
don't.
team?
I don't know who's part of home team. I see
Okay.
random
Okay.
people
I
saying
was
that they're
curious.
home team, but I don't know. Who knows?
That's funny. That's funny.
I guess I'm part of home
But
team too then.
yeah, we all home team. We all home team. That's what it is. That's what it is.
That's
That
funny.
is
We
actually
all
funny.
home team.
Hashtag it. Put it on a t-shirt. All
No, this is
right.
the new Tampa will win.
The Tampa will win. Yeah, that's funny. That's funny. But all right, so that's all we got for today. I did want to say shout out to Jit. Thank you for joining us. It's like the first person to like chill with us while we did an episode, so we do appreciate that.
I was gonna say
I do
we
want to shout
do.
out Jit's.
I was gonna say we've got some chat members via Twitch. Okay,
Oh,
but
you got
yes,
Twitch on
they.
us. I can't see Twitch. I can't
Yeah,
see Twitch.
I know you
Shout
can't
out
see
to the
Twitch.
Twitch chat.
But
Thank y'all
yeah,
for being
they're
here with us too.
yeah, Twitch chat. Y'all also supposed to be watching via Discord so we can see y'all in the audience, but it's okay. Yeah, shout out Jig Camp. Appreciate your support as always. And thank you for
We
being the
appreciate We
active
appreciate
in the
all y'all for thugging.
server.
We appreciate y'all for thugging this out with us. It's been rough. Like I said at the beginning, my Wi-Fi's out, so we out here living on a dollar and a dream, boy. But we making
Damn.
it work. But no, I did want to shout out Jet Camp got a new playlist out, the new Tampa Bay playlist. I did see that in the Discord, so I did want to shout that out. It's on Apple Music, I believe. You can go check that out. He's got some artists on there, both sides of the bay, Tampa, St. Pete, put the whole little collective together. Everything is on that playlist. So if you got Apple Music, go check out the Jet Camp, the new Tampa Bay playlist.
Yes. Thank y'all for tuning
And
in.
yeah, I think that's it. So if you aren't on the Discord, please join the Discord. Thank you, Twitch, for streaming with us. Thank you, Jet, and everybody else who tuned in today. This has been officially episode 2. It's been rough. We here. We keep it alive, only on Archive, and we'll see you guys in 2 weeks. We're doing 2 weeks every 2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks. We'll see y'all in 2 weeks.
Okay, we'll see y'all in 2 weeks. Until then, I'm Cedric712, and this is What Up Dree, and we are Archive, and thank you for tuning in to State of the Arts.
Thanks. Bye.